Oh yes, guys, we have a big one today. Today, we're gonna talk about what my plan is exactly on how to make absolutely killer, life-changing wealth in this next 12 months with this new fundraising model called an LCO. What is an LCO? An LCO is a low-FDV community offering. And today in this video, we're gonna talk about what this revolutionary model is and why I'm pretty certain that all you have to do over the next 12 months is participate in these LCOs, and the likelihood of you making it big time are pretty dramatic. So let's dive into it. All right, guys, what we need to do is we need to get away from this model that encourages lack of community and an extremely PvP environment, and see what launchpads have been doing for far too long. And us at Paid Network, we've been guilty of it as well as of 2021. But it's time for things to change. And so instead of this narrative, instead of this way of doing a low float, high FDV launch, which is what everything that you see on the screen here, we're talking about making a low FDV community focused round that is better than the VCs got in. Even if the VCs got in 2, 3, 4 years ago, what Paid Network and the projects and founders that we've agreed to work with are going to be offering to you guys is the best opportunity ever, right? And what's the intention? The intention is to build the most vibrant cult-like community possible so that altcoins can be great again, right? If you guys haven't seen Murad's video on the meme coin supercycle, I suggest that you go watch it. It's fantastic, but there are things that I disagree with, and I do plan on making a video in the future about his whole presentation and how I see things differently. But for right now, what you need to pay attention to is the first launch that Paid is doing with this LCO model starting next week. And that's why I'm making this urgent video for you guys today, because the opportunity is absolutely insane. As you can see, what we don't want to do is launch fake projects that have no intention of actually being here for the long term. This is all smoke and mirrors, ladies and gentlemen. This is all a facade. As you can see, there's literally no trading volume on any of these projects that were launched. During this IDO, there was artificially suppressed float, meaning high pumpage, high marketing, high attention. I don't know if you guys remember SAVM, the first one that kicked off IDO season that really wasn't IDO season because there was nothing there and people advertised a 350x or whatever it was return, but nobody got it. It was just smoke and mirrors to deceive you to believe that you should be paying attention to things that didn't. And lo and behold, if you look over here, the token is now worthless. The project is worthless. There's zero trading volume. It was nothing but a scam, guys. And so what we're going to do over here with Paid, as you can see from this article that just got released yesterday, Paid Network unveils revolutionary community-centric crowdfunding with exclusive LCO for Blast Royale. Now, Paid Network, as you guys may or may not know, is the launchpad that I am the founder of. And I want to do something differently, right? What I want from Paid is I want for you guys to believe that Paid is a great opportunity for an investment platform. It's not a churning platform, not meaning that you're looking to take profits instantly, roll them into your next IDO and flip and flip and flip, right? That's not what gets you life-changing wealth, right? What gets you life-changing wealth is investing in unicorns early and seeing those things rise to the top. And even if you invest in 100 of them and just 1 or 2 hits, it's worth it, right? Because those things do exponentially crazy returns. I'm talking about things like Ethereum with all-time high. If you participate in the ICO, you did 15,000x, right? In fact, let's just go back and look at a couple other ones as well. Okay, on this slide, as you guys can see, all-time high returns from the ICOs, which I think were great. And we're trying to bring back the ICOs without the bad things, but trying to perfect what does a public sale look like? How do you grow a real, genuine cult-like community, which is essential for the growth and success of an altcoin? You need it. Most projects have forgotten completely about you guys, the retail, and they focused on no public sales, very small tokens for public sales. I mean, talking about getting a couple hundred people in, maybe 1,000 people in, maybe 2,000 people. That's not enough, right? For these projects to flourish, they literally need thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of community members that got in at a fair early price and got to grow with the project and become part of the extended team to be a guerrilla marketing army to help these projects gain the attention and spread the gospel of the thing that they believe in, right? And whether you believe that a token is a tokenized community, is a meme, or is an altcoin. It doesn't really matter. As long as people can rally behind a centralized idea, whatever the token stands for, and there's enough community members to evangelize that token idea, right? And that's what we're talking about today. So as you can see, we want to give people really, really, really good entry points to make them excited to hold that allocation. Don't sell it and flip for profit, because that would be a terrible idea. And I'm going to give you some examples of Blast Royale, which is coming up on November 6th, what that looks like, right? But as you can see, guys, Paid has completely rebranded for this upcoming crypto bull market cycle, the banana zone, as Raoul Pal calls it. Like, this is the chance of a lifetime, guys. And we've created this, and founders who care about you guys, who care about the community, are loving this idea. And if you're not doing this, I suggest that you switch to doing this, because this is the only way that your altcoin project competes with meme coins over the next 12 months. So Paid has completely rebranded to give a new, fresh feel and to express the message that we are a sophisticated investment platform where you come and you get high quality deals that you want to understand what they are like. You want to get to know the founders, and you would probably want to hold your allocation, but none of this is financial advice. Of course, you do what you want, right? But what I will be doing, because yes, I will be participating in these LCOs. Yes, everybody is welcome to. No, you do not need to have Paid tokens to participate. There's something called Open Pool on Paid Network. Anyone can come, but you have to KYC first. And that's what you should be doing immediately after watching this video, is going to the site, going to join now, creating your KYC so that you can participate in this sale for Blast Royale. I'll get to what Blast Royale is just a second. But as you can see, this is the new branding. Quite proud of it. Now, what is the first project launching? It is called Blast Royale, and as you can see, has some of the most amazing tier 1 investors on the cap table who have invested. And you can see they invested a very long time ago, over almost 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago, guys. And you are going to be getting a much better price than even the best investors in the world, like Dragonfly Capital, Mechanism, Animoca, Shima, Defiance, Morningstar, and others. Right? So Blast Royale is a game that has tens of thousands of monthly active users, has over 1 million downloads on the game already. It's real. It's being played already. The team's incredible. The team background is incredible. And you've got amazing backers, as you can see. Here's all the backers. You've got the different DAOs involved, like Avocado DAO. You've got Merit Circle, Play Ventures, all the best of the best here, guys. Animoca, Mechanism, etc. You can see the reviews are quite good, 4.6 stars on the App Store, and you've got 500,000 plus downloads. This is closer to 1 million over here on the Android store, guys, as well. And as you can see, this is happening in 6 days and 3 hours from now. By the time you watch this, it'll probably be 5 days or so. So you want to make sure that you get in. And here's the thing, guys. Depending on how many of you guys register, will determine the cap allocation that you're allowed to invest into this. The idea is here, at a $10 million FDV, by the way, the last rounds for Blast Royale, the first seed round was a $33.7 million FDV, and the last round was a $48 million FDV, and you're getting a $10 million FDV, which is 3.5 times cheaper than the seed round, which is almost 3 years ago that they raised money from the best investors in the space. And it's a 5x almost cheaper than the last round, which was also raised a while back from extremely good VCs as well. But here's the kicker, right? That it's a limited allocation size, so you better cherish it, right? And the number will be between 100 to maybe 500. I don't know. It depends on your interest, right? So if you want to participate, go register and express your interest, and we will understand just how much interest there is, and that will determine the allocation size. Now, as these become more popular, this is the first one. The goal is to get as many real human community members as possible so that we can create the same kind of mimetic value that meme coins do and grow cult-like communities around an idea. What we would like to do, for example, if a project were to raise at a $10 million FDV and they were to sell 10% of the token supply to the LCO, then that would mean that 10,000 people can participate if they each get a $100 allocation. That's an amazing distribution of 10,000 real KYC'd organic community members upon launch. Phenomenal. Much better than every other thing that has launched in 2021 or 2022, 23, 24. Let's make 2025 and the end of 2024 better than anything before, let's make it closer to 2017, because in 2017, the average allocation toward public sale is 55% of token supply. Now, recently, it's been like 1% or 2%, right? Which doesn't allow for fair price discovery. It allows for fake price discovery, for fake pumps, for insiders to get rich, but not for community to get rich. So what I'm proposing, and what other founders like Blast Royale are going to do, is help break this pattern and give broader distribution, better price discovery, a more realistic chart that doesn't do a 500x on launch, right? But maybe it does a few X, but because the community will be so vibrant, and yes, guys, this depends on you to be the community to help grow these projects that you invest into, but it gives incredible upside potential. Remember, these are the best VCs in the space who have invested in Blast Royale, and you're getting in 5x lower than them. And yeah, they want to do a 10 to 100x as well. So what kind of potential does this have? Well, let me show you. Someone made this moon sheet over here, which shows, and guys, this is all speculation, right? None of this is financial advice. I'm definitely not guaranteeing that any of this thing goes to this, but just so you have an idea of how valuable that $100 allocation is, this gives you some other games in the crypto space and the valuations of what they're at, right? They're all-time high valuations, right? And so if it goes to something like Katana Inu, which isn't very big, you have a 42x and your $100 turns into $4,200. But if it does something like what Star Atlas did last bull run, then you do 1,000x and your $100 turns into $100,000, right? If you do what Alluvium did, then you do a 2,450x and your $100 turns into almost $250,000. And if it does what Axie Infinity did at its all-time highs, your $100 becomes close to $500,000. And that is just a $100 investment. Imagine if you did a $200 investment, if that is going to be what is going on. I don't know, and I believe on Monday or Tuesday, just before the project actually opens up for sale on the 6th and 7th, the allocation sizes will be announced. So the allocation size will be between 100 to $300 or $400, just depending on the interest of what comes in over the next week or so. So if you double this becomes insane, even on a pretty low performance, which I don't think this is going to do, right? Because what most projects have been lacking, and why tech alts, as Murad calls them, have been absolutely missing the ball lately, is because they don't offer an opportunity to make a bunch of poor people rich. And that's how you grow a community, right? So guys, this is extremely exciting. It's a very extremely low risk reward opportunity, right? You're investing $100 or something in something that is already a 5x lower than the best VCs got in at. But if you want this to be life-changing, you have to support these projects. Don't cheat out of it and sell it, because the fact is that the meme coin market is a big gamble and it's dangerous. And most of the best meme coins that are going to perform this cycle have already been chosen, and the valuations are very high. They're over $100 million. And that's a 10x from what something like Blast Royale is offering you guys right now. And as you know, most people on meme coins lose money. So you have the hope and dreams here of the meme coin types of returns, but something that has docs founders with great backers, with a real product, real players, real users. All they need is a community, and that is the purpose of an LCO. Thanks, guys. Go register.